morning, St. Kitts, Nevis, the Caribbean. Good morning, world. Welcome to this edition of Policing with You. And today we are here to discuss the security arrangements that are in place for the upcoming St. Kitts Music Festival. As we know, the 24th annual St. Kitts Music Festival, it comes off next week. Yes, it's right here, next week. And of such, there are some security arrangements that are in place. You know, we'll be having local, regional, and international artists here at our shows, along with local, regional, and international patrons to patronize these events. And we as the police, we are the main persons responsible for the safety and security of these functions. Of course, we'll be assisted with our colleagues like the Defense Force, Fire and Rescue, and Customs, along with other security officers. But we are mainly responsible. And today, my guest is Superintendent Chavis Rogers, as Superintendent Rogers is the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force representative on the Music Festival Committee. So Superintendent Rogers will be the person enlightening you, the general public, as to the measures that are in place for smooth running of what is to come. Superintendent Rogers, welcome.
Thank you,
Thank you for being
Mills.
Here. Yes, it's a pleasure having you here again, Superintendent Rogers. And I know that this is, I think, your first being in this position.
Yes.
It was Superintendent Henry.
Yes.
Now you're in the hot seat.
Yes. Yeah.
But I'm sure you're going to do just as good a job as Superintendent Henry. So welcome once again, Superintendent
Yes, I want to
Rogers.
thank you, Miss Mills, for once again inviting me to Policing with You. And it's a pleasure being here to keep the public updated. It is important that they are made of a to what will be happening at the St. Kitts Nevis Music Festival.
Okay. So we start right off. Can you tell us, the public out there, when is the event scheduled to begin?
Okay, Miss Mills. Okay, let me say and let the general public know the success of this music festival. And I said St. Kitts Nevis earlier, but let me correct myself. It's the St. Kitts Music Festival, and it is critical that security, which includes traffic, be at its optimum, because those are two key factors that will ensure that we have a smooth and a successful music festival. The music festival is scheduled to take place on the 23rd, the 24th, and the 25th. 3 days of fun, frolic, and whatever you'd want to call it. This will attract a large number of persons, especially in the light that for 2 years that we haven't had a music festival, and persons are thirsty to be on the outside. And St. Kitts Music Festival is no different. You see what is happening throughout week by week, and those 3 days will be our main event, and it will start. Our gates at the music festival opens at 6 p.m. and the music festival commences around 7:30 thereabout.
Okay, thank you very much. And well, you gave dates, but in terms of the days, what days are those?
Important. Okay, that would be the Thursday night, the Friday night, and the Saturday night.
Okay.
So a whole early weekend into a full weekend, because you still have the White Sands thereafter.
And will the location be the same as it was the last time?
Yes, indeed. The Music Festival Executive and the committee has decided to host the Music Festival at the same event, and that is the Kim Collins Stadium in Burdock.
Okay. Now, can you explain to the general public the layout of the event? in terms of the entrance gates for patrons, different types of, well, the different tickets and where they would enter, the VIPs, vendors, etc.
Okay.
Can you?
Okay, this year we are going to have two main entrance gates. For those of us who know the Kim Collins Stadium, we have the basketball court just between Hobson's Enterprises and the stadium itself. So that would be the main entrance for our patrons. Our regular patrons come to the basketball court and you will be searched. The ticket will be shown, and whatever pass you have will be shown there, and then the necessary procedures take place with the security, police and private security, and then you enter. The other gate will be what we call the Warner's one-stop gate. That will be for VIP and the vendors and maybe special guests of the music. I think it's music festival. So that gate would use for the vendors for servicing, and there will be specific periods that vendors would be allowed to come into and replenish their bars, and our VIPs will enter and exit through that same gate.
Okay, and once patrons are on the inside, is there any area that would be out of bounds for anyone?
Yes, of course. Okay, after they have entered the music festival grounds, there would be two additional gates. For those who know the stadium itself, that one constructed with the building Kim Collins stands on the Warner one-stop end, and I wouldn't use north, east and west and so on. I would use the Warner's one-stop end of the stadium. That would be our VIP entrance. So parking for the VIP would be just outside of that. From the gate comes in from Warner one-stop, all that land that juts to the south of it will be VIP parking, and they enter through that gate on the one-stop side of the stadium. On the Hobson's Enterprises side of the stadium, the basketball side, there will be an entrance through the Kim Collins Stadium and the bleachers. So that would be the general grounds entrance. Okay. So those are the two main entrances. But for artists and so on, that would be different, but that would be a concern of the general public. But those two I mentioned, those are the gates that we should look forward to.
Okay. Now we know that parking, etc., that happens to be a real issue at times. Can you explain the parking arrangements that are in place at this time? Yes,
of course, Ms. Mills. We have decided that the Newtown old playground that's adjacent to the Newtown Primary School, or Tucker Clark Primary School, what we used to call the paddock, that would be a designated parking. And then Port Zante had a number of areas that could accommodate a few hundred cars, and those two areas are the two that we have designated at this time. Another arrangement is being made, but that has not been finalized, but I'm thinking by the end of the week, which is tomorrow, that may be on board, and it could very possibly across at the Kim Collins Highway. Yes, and then the other question may be, so how would people get from this parking? So we would organize a shuttle service that would take patrons to and from those areas. If it's two, it's two. If it's three, then we have the three shuttles will take them to and fro. You come, you park your vehicle, and then you take the shuttle, and that would ease the parking restrictions at the stadium, because there's not much parking around. So if persons can carpool, if you have a family of 4 and you want to use one car, then you just use the one car, park it there. And if you have any area, let's say even if you're a VIP, and you feel like, oh, and we only can take one car in the stadium, 4 of you all can go in that same car. So I will encourage carpooling as well. But along with that comes the shuttling services.
Okay. All right. So how can we reassure the public who may have doubts and fears about the safety and security of their parked vehicles?
Yes, Ms. Mills, that is an important question, because a vehicle is an expensive asset, and persons would like to know after the show, the journey back to the vehicle, that the vehicle is safe from any break-in. So we're going to have police stationed at these specific parkings, and we're going to have intermittent patrols, and I would go on and call it, the intermittency would be very regular. You go and you check the vehicles, you patrol again, you check the vehicles, and the areas too would be lighted. Let's say, for example, once approved on the Kim Collins, that would be lighted by some very bright portable lighting, so that visibility can be there for the police and also for the passers-by, who, because they play an important role. If persons passing and interfering vehicles, they may say something. And I would also like to admonish our people, when you're parking your vehicle, do not leave things openly on the dashboard, on the seat. Like some people leave their work laptops and things that value,
things like jewelry,
yes, and
even money.
Yeah, openly. And if you do that, that only encourages the thief to break, because they're not going to go and break 100 and 200 cars, but they're going to look at what they can get to get the job done. So we are encouraging people not to leave anything in the cars, and if they do, ensure that it's secure and is not in the sight of the would-be larcenous. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, but in any event, police officers would be patrolling,
combing the area, and we would have stationary personnel there around, in and around. But the patrols, we make visits to the designated areas, ensure that they go and check the vehicles, and they talk to the person who are stationed there for any assistance that they would like. Yes, so that would be covered.
Okay. What can you tell us about the flow of traffic around the stadium?
Yes, another important and critical aspect of the traffic. There will be one way around the stadium. The only road that would be two-way is that road jutting from the one stop, that main road goes down straight down to KFC. That would be two-way. It's wide enough, but what we will do with those roads, we will put cones and traffic markings, no parking, and the restrictions. You cannot park anywhere along that stretch of road. So vehicle will be going up and vehicle will be going down. When you get to the one stop end, that flow would be going up into Birdwalk only. And when you reach to the top of the stadium, you goes back, like heading back to the city. And one way that way, and then let's use the road between Hobson's Enterprises. That would be a one-way going up towards the Birdwalk extension area. And all other roads that are designated higher above the stadium, they will be two-way. But what I would want to encourage people, discourage people to do, is not to park their vehicles in the driveway of the residents of those areas. Some persons complain that when they get home, they may be working late or they may go on shopping. When they get home, they can't get into their driveway, and so the vehicle are left to park on the outside, far away from their home, which is not the safest, because you want your asset be at your residence. So I'm encouraging the patrons who are parking on those upper road in Birdwalk not to park in front of the residents of Birdwalk houses. So all other roads you will have access. There will be coned out. There would be use some traffic markings and indicate to you where you can, and we will have persons physically manning the areas to indicate for those who have not listened today or who's not aware, but the person will be there to direct you that you cannot go up or you cannot go across, you cannot go down, and really indicate to you where you can go.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about emergency vehicles?
Yes, it is important that no parking again would be around the stadium. So all around the stadium would be free of traffic, and the ambulance, the fire truck will be able to maneuver in the same direction going around the stadium. Where if you come out, and let me highlight this, at the stadium or the event, the music festival ground, we will have the fire on hand, the ambulance on hand, and the police on hand. So there will be no need for ambulance to come from the hospital. They will be on site, and they will be able to go up, going, I think that's maybe east, but going up from the stadium where one is one stop, and then go across, and then come down and through by Seymour. Or if it is critical enough, we would allow them to just go down by Hobson's Enterprises and then exit, because it should be free, and they will be guided by this officer station there. So we ask persons again, there will be no parking around the stadium. The restriction would be in place, so do not come and park, otherwise your vehicle will be towed. We would have a wrecker on site,
Okay.
and they will be instructed what vehicles to take.
Okay.
All right, and that person whose vehicles is towed would be responsible for the towing fee. So it's not take your vehicle and you go and get it. You will have to pay a fine, and I think the minimum fine is $250. So please, patrons, adhere to what we are saying here. We are asking, we are begging you to do and abide by the restrictions of the traffic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while we are at it, can you just expound a little more on the do's and don'ts when entering the grounds of the festival?
Yeah, thank you, Miss Mills. Another key question. I will start off with the private firearms holders, or holders of firearm license. You are not to bring your firearm to the music festival grounds. If you do that and you search, your firearm will be taken away, or you will be asked not to come in and go and secure your firearm. Over the years, what we have put in place with that, because we want persons who have their firearms to really have them for their safety, because it's the reason why they're having it. Anyway, but we're asking if you can log it in at a police station. Let's say, for example, the music festival, the closest station is Bastia Station. We'll put something in place. You log it in, and then you journey to the festival. When you have completed that event, then you journey back, and then you uplift your firearm and you sign back out for it. So there will be a sign-in process and a sign-out process. So we're encouraging persons, please, not to bring it, so that could inconvenience you to have to go there and then go back to get parking. All right. The patrons itself now, we're saying do not bring any weapons, and no contrabands, no shranks, no ice picks. It's a fun and frolic event. There is no need for violence. We want you to come and have the most fun at our music festival. So please, we want you to be in your best behavior. We expect you to come and choose your artist and dance the night away without the violence. So do not bring any shanks or any weapon of any sort. Smoking, marijuana, and I may put maybe crack cocaine, but that may not be one that would be taken to that event. But marijuana, over the years we have had issue with smoking, and the public get really upset over it, because I know we can't search every single person, 4,000 or 5,000 persons entering the gate, and we tried our best to get everybody searched. But we're asking persons, public smoking is against the law. So therefore, it's a public event. There is no need to bring any marijuana at the event and cause yourself to be evicted, because if you are found with marijuana, you will not go into the stadium. If you get it in and we find it while the event is going on, we will take it away, we will arrest you, and we will evict you. So your 50 US or your 135 will go in vain, because we want to extend the full arm of the law at these events, so other persons, patrons, can enjoy without these intricacies. Right? So let me see what else. Well, those are basically the things that we do not want. And I know over the years the music festival may have a board up showing what is restricted, and those are the music festival rules, but that also falls in line with the laws of the Federation of St. Christopher and Nevis. So please, patrons, please abide.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is a good time to take a pause. And as we pause, if you wish to make a call to ask a question from our guest, the number to call is 465-2555. And if you're overseas, the number to call is 718-577-2916.
Mommy, remember you told me if I pass all my exams, you would buy me a brand new laptop computer, a cell phone, and a PlayStation 4? Well, here are the results.
Wow, son, you did great. But where can I find all these stuff at affordable prices?
Smart Electronics, Mommy. They have stuff for the entire family. They have washing machines, cell phones, tablets, refrigerators, TVs, blenders, irons, microwave ovens, Bluetooth speakers, and much more. And they are located at Pozante opposite the food court.
Wow, but son, where did you get all these information?
My friend told me, and he also told me if you buy them somewhere else, they won't last.
Is that so?
Yes, mommy, so I don't want you to buy them anywhere else but Smart Electronics.
Okay, son, get dressed. We're going down to Smart Electronics.
No need to go to St. Martin anymore. We have everything available right here in St. Kitts. And remember, we have only one store in St. Kitts, and we are located at Port Zante, opposite the food court. Smart Electronics, way to live a smart life.
The specials at Domino's are hot for any occasion. Hot right out of the oven. 1 medium, 2 topping pizza, and 2 20-ounce Cokes, only $35. Free Coke with your lunch until 2 p.m. Small, 1 topping school child lunch special, only $14. 2 medium, 2 topping pizzas, and a 2-liter soda, only $69. 2 large, 2 topping pizzas, and a 2-liter soda, only $92. Oh, and the big one, baby. Free large pizza every Tuesday with your favorite 2 for Tuesday special. So, come on down or call and order now and experience our tasty oven-baked goodness. Domino's, the home of satisfaction.
Hot and wild, call Domino's.
Get your game on all month long at Course. Stream your favorite game or movies on a new tablet. Relax on a new recliner with your snack fresh out of your brand new fridge. Keep your heart and health in check with a home gym set and Wi-Fi compatible smart products and much more. Shop today with no cash and get instant credit. Get your game on. Course, bringing value home. Conditions apply.
Welcome back. This is Policing with You. I am your host, Superintendent Diana Mills, and I am here with Superintendent Travis Rogers, who is the Forces representative on the Music Festival Committee. Superintendent Rogers, we're back. Just one moment. I think we have a question. Welcome, caller.
Yes, good morning. You're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, GQ.
Yes, morning, Jam Don.
Good morning, Superintendent Rogers and Miss Mills. By now you all know who calling here.
Yes, we do.
You know, I like to see these young men smoking marijuana. But we must do it in respect. Not smoking in the public room like we're seeing and respecting people's space. And it's so terrible that I had no other alternative to blame police in what's going on and the government. If you give me a little leverage for sacramental purposes, that means to smoke in your house, not in the public. We got so much people with illnesses, asthma, and all these illnesses. Can't take the smoke. Some of them get that kind of smoke in this space. It shut them down. They could even lose their life. And where I have been seen around town with police and policing the public, when it comes to that, the government they say, you smoke marijuana all over, think it's all too tongue, all in charge. No. It's abuse to me, you know, at the marijuana. And for why see the van in the festival, the committee you can't do nothing about it. But get a space for smokers. Don't let them come in the central crowd, come get people sick. Because a lot of people, they won't come tell you they got asthma, you know. And that's work for the enforcement. When people collapse up there in the crowd, or you do the work and do it properly. I can't understand the commissioner, you know. I don't understand what he's doing, you know. The commissioner will come and say none to people. It's dangerous. Why seeing all around town young boys leaving school, not elders, young boys leaving school. Got this thing like you walk up town, you just smoke, you don't kill. And police. Right? I don't blame them police from the island, you know. I blame them police from here. And the commissioner and all that and alternative, but to deal with that is terrible. It's terrible. We get some leverage to at least to do a little smoking in the public. And these men don't care. They don't care. This is Jam Long here talking, you know. He born here and I will speak here. Have a good day, Travis.
Thank you very much, caller. Travis, you wish to respond?
Okay, thank you, Jam Dong, for your usual call, and we always welcome your question and comments to the show. The most I will say, I agree with you with the distasteful manner in which our young people choose to smoke on the road or in the public. But I'm advising them now that it's against the law and you should not smoke. We encourage our officers to enforce the law when it comes to public smoking and do what they're supposed to do. And of course, if they're not carrying out their job, they're neglecting their duty, and measures can be taken in that aspect. But we're encouraging the public not to smoke in the public. It is an offense to do so, and we would exercise and the law as it relates to that, whether it be on normal times and more so the music festival. Thank you for the question, Jamdong.
Okay. Welcome, caller.
Hello, good morning. Morning, GQ.
Yes, good morning, Jamdong. I mean, Culture.
Yeah, okay. And the people there from Music Festival.
Police.
Oh, yeah, here. Police with me, yes.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Well, I totally agree with Jamdong. And all I have to do to ask you all, please deploy as many police on foot as you all can. Because the devil is out there every day. And I said it, I think it's yesterday. When there are national activities like music festival and whatsoever going on, where the crowd would be so populated, a lot of nonsense does go on around them places there with people, property. So I'm just asking, please deploy more police around the town, because too many foolishness going on in town and police seeing a lot of it and turn the face the other way. And it should not be that way. You're not supposed to watch no face when people doing wrong. Wrong is wrong. You're supposed to be able to stand up and say, hello, mister, what you doing there is wrong, and please stop it. Otherwise, I'm going to enforce the law, and who don't like it, that's their business. So that is just my little advice to you all. Thank you very much, police.
Thank you very much, caller, for your usual calling in and what you would always have to offer. We appreciate it. And in terms of police officers turning their faces, maybe when seeing these things, as Superintendent Rogers would have indicated, that is an offense internally. And they can be charged, and as a matter of fact, some officers have been charged for neglect of duty. And one thing that we see happen from time to time is that although persons would speak about these things and although you would have concerns, etc., you may start the process by maybe even giving a statement towards something that you may have seen in this respect. But when it comes down to going into the court, the internal court that we have, most time people pull out, they don't really want to go through. And I could understand, yes, everybody would have feeling for each other and so forth. But at times, if you see that something is just continuing, sometimes we just have to do what we have to do to assist in stopping these kind of things from happening. So I know that you always call in and you would give your 10 cents piece, which we appreciate. And if you are seeing these things and you can come forward to assist us in dealing with it so that it does not continue, we would appreciate that. Thank you. Okay.
Hi, good morning. You're live.
Hi, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I am not a music festival patron, but I'm sitting listening to this interview, and I'm awed by the professionalism by both superintendents, and I have to call in to commend both of you for the information relayed thus far, especially my coursemate there, Mr. Travis Rogers, and of course, Superintendent Mills. I really like what I heard outlined, but for me as an individual who will not be attending these events, what is being put in place for the outer communities, because we know that criminal minds, they know that the concentration is going to be at music festival during that time. And so is any increase in patrols that will be taking place in the various neighborhoods, and continue to keep up the great work. I'm certainly have to tune in a little more often. God bless both of you, and God bless the Wallace and Christopher Nevis Police Force. I want to say you're doing a great job, and continue to do the best of your ability. God bless.
Okay.
Thank you very much. We do appreciate those kind words. And I'm going to allow Superintendent Rogers to answer that
thank
question.
you. Since my name was called by the caller, I would call her name, Mrs. Toby.
Yes.
Thank you for that call, and thank you, Coastmate, for listening. And I'm happy that you asked that question because it is important, and I like the way you think. Well, you're a police officer, and you're work amongst us, so you would think that way. But the music festival officers, a slated set would be designated to be at the music festival. That doesn't take away our regular patrols, because we have zones and our officers are zonals, and they will take care of the festival while the other set of police take care of the music festival. So yes, Mrs. Toby, we will have other officers continuing their regular duties. We have Bastia Police Station will be out there, the Special Services Unit will be out there, the St. Kitts Nevis Defense Force will be out there, and all of these areas I called our agency would also have police officers on the inside of the music festival. We continue to seek the support of our brother St. Kitts Nevis Defense Force, who would always be side and side by us, who is doing patrols, and they will be at the music festival. So all areas will be covered, and I thank you for that question. So I hope that answers your question and make you feel much safer, Mrs. Toby.
Yes.
All right, let's go back to the phone line. Let's take this call. All right, good morning, your life.
JQ, this is Sonny Boy, John Dunwater.
Yes, man, morning to you.
Good morning.
I'm calling to voice my an opinion. Growing up in St. Kitts people never wanted to be involved with communicating with the police, because we always had a fear of the community. So now in modern times it got worse, because they have a lot of influence that come from the United States and other countries that people say, I don't want to get involved because it's too dangerous for my life. So that's why the people don't come forward and give the police information, because I live in New York and we don't communicate with police as a rule in our community, because people will use that against us. So that's my little take for the day, GQ.
All right, man,
Okay.
thanks for your input.
Thank you very much, caller.
We have another call, Superintendent. Good morning, you're live. Policing with you.
Yeah, good morning, GQ.
It's good morning.
I just tuned in. I don't know who all on the program this morning.
Oh, we have Superintendent Mills and Superintendent Travis.
Oh, Chavez? Okay. Yeah, okay. Good morning to Superintendent Green,
Mills.
Mills, and Chavez Rogers.
Yes, yes.
Morning, sir.
Morning. Now, my question to you all this morning. I was down at the ferry terminal I believe, either Monday or Tuesday, and some police officers was dealing with a guy. And the guy didn't go some back after the police officers going on bad. He did going on, and they're trying to cool him. Me see him hit him or nothing. But the people with a phone taking the picture and cussing and abusing the police them. I want to know if I remember way back in my time with a man named Maynard and all those guys, police guys and so, Maynard and Nisbet and all those guys. When you obstruct a police on the duty, they call you and they talk to you and if you behave bad to someone to you. Me ain't see it anymore. It seems to me like the police them with the people in the public. And they're going on bad with the police, them swearing and going on bad. And the police them just dealing with this guy. You understand? So I don't know if it is an offense now
when the police on duty doing their work, to people to come and obstruct the police and get a summons or whatever. So I would like to know if that ain't in the last still. Alright.
Thank you very much, caller. Yes, well, let me just start, if I may, with that last question. Yes, indeed, it is still an offense to obstruct the police whilst in the execution of his or her duty. But of course, the police also has what you call a discretion. So sometimes, based on the situation, the police may just focus on whatever he's dealing with, the main issue at hand. Other times, other police officers may deal with, the persons who are obstructing. But yes, it is still on the law books. Travis, you want to weigh in on that?
Yeah, okay. Well, I support wholeheartedly Miss Mills with that. And where all officers are trained, and they offer with the basic laws and advanced laws, and they know how to seek assistance. If in doubt, they could call a supervisor or the backup to come and give them assistance. But Ms. Mills outlined that it's still on the books, and we are encouraging our officers to execute the law, execute their duties as it relates to the law. All right, so I think that is enough for that one, and maybe we could.
Yes. Well, just in relation to something that the overseas caller indicated about not seeing people come forward anymore. I think it is very important. I'm happy he made that point, because yes, over the years, that would have been an issue where persons, whether afraid or for whatever reason, may not have been coming forward to assist the police. But I'm happy to report that more and more we are getting assistance from the public, because yes, you do have those law-abiding citizens out there, are persons who just generally don't like certain things, and they would do whatever they can to assist. As a matter of fact, just recently we got some good assistance from the public in capturing an escaped prisoner. And we are very grateful to those persons. I think that was tremendous, and they will be awarded for what they did. Rewarded for what they did.
Do you want to take some more calls?
Okay, yes, because we have a few more questions, but go ahead, because it's important.
Okay, what we'll do, we'll take these last two calls, and then I'll let you wrap up with the questions.
Okay, all right.
All right, we're going to make these two all last then. Okay, we're going to make this one all last. Good morning.
Yeah, Jigu.
Yes, man.
Obstruction of duty is obstruction of duty. It doesn't matter who. No one is bigger than the law. I agree that the police will use the discretion. But as long as you get too close, then no discretion should be there, but to do the right thing. Let them know, hey, look, police, you're obstructing me as a police from doing my duty, and I'm going to whether summon you or arrest you. But a lot of police just afraid people because of how the culprit swearing and flinging up hand in the air and all that. They're out of order. Police is the police. That is the reason why I ask them to give back the police the baton. Because when the vagabond them realize the police ain't got nothing but the two hands, some of them feel like they could bang the police. But when you got the mahogany in your pocket and they know you got it, they're gonna keep their hand to the side. Don't hit them first. But if you got to give them the baton to subdue them and let them know I am a police and you're breaking the law, and this is what I have to do to you to subdue you, and we're going on. So thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Culture. But I know we don't have the old time, for lack of a better word, batons. But we are equipped. Our officers are equipped with the modern type of expandable batons.
Yes.
So they are. It's just maybe come down to a personal officer choice. But we are looking into it. All right.
Yes.
Questions? Yeah.
Okay. So, well, back to
number 10.
Can you tell us, Travis, what time the music festival is scheduled to finish at nights?
Yes, as planned, we're starting promptly at 7, and we want to finish at 1:30. 1:30 is designated for the closure of the festival, as there are other fringe events thereafter that will be there to accommodate the patrons leaving the festival. So 130 people, 130.
Okay, just what were the main security issues that confronted us over the years, and especially the last time that we had it? I think it was 2019 was the last one that we hosted.
Yes.
What were the main security issues?
Okay, thank you, Miss Mills. 2019 was a record-breaking music festival event. It was packed to almost capacity, and the security aspect in terms of fighting, jumping up the fences were very minimal. We hadn't had that as an issue, but the traffic created an enormous problem for us, and we recognize what happened, and we have put things in place to deal with that situation. What I'm going to encourage our people to do is, even after the show is finished, we want you to abide by the restrictions, the one-way flow of traffic around the stadium. This was not the case last year. And what we will do prior to the show ending, we will ensure that our officers remain in place to enforce the traffic restrictions and have the free flow of traffic in its normal planned state, so that vehicles can come out of the stadium up north and around the stadium and get out. We will not encourage everybody to want to come down on the main road, because there are other exit areas. You can go over Almonds and the Frigate Bay Road down to the Central Bank roundabout, and those who are below, ones can take the KFC Road. The road is wide enough and they can get out. So we will ensure that this doesn't happen like last time, Ms. Mills.
Okay, we are actually at the end of our show. I'm looking at the time, and I'm seeing that we have to wrap up at this time. So any last word from you, Superintendent Rogers?
Yes, definitely. All of what we have discussed here, Ms. Mills, I just want persons, and the show can be revisited. They can listen and they can call me 662-1977, and I'm sure they can call you, and they can call any police station and ask for guidance. But I would encourage them to revisit listening the show for the main points. I want to encourage our patrons to be on their best behavior. The best behavior would give you an excellent show. Alright, and listen and adhere to the rules, regulation, the traffic restrictions, and let us have a good fun time come next week, 23rd to the 25th of June. Thank you for having me, and it's a pleasure. And before I go, let me say hi to the people in the diaspora. I've been getting messages to say hi to them. They've been messaging me and asking questions, so I wanted to say thank you for listening and partaking in our show. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much to our wonderful listening audience. And just one final word to also remind us not to drink and drive, because we know that's also a big concern. Please, you are expected home. Don't drink and drive. And then just let us have a wonderful time. And thank you very much for being with us this morning. God bless.
Let us unite as one. Let us unite as one. Tell me what you know about love. Tell me what you know about hate that keeps us separated. Tell me what you think about equal rights for